Hey guys, welcome to another silent review. This time we're going to be looking at the 1919 classic Broken Blossoms. Broken Blossoms was directed by D.W. Griffith and follows the story of an upright Chinese immigrant who journeys to the United States and befriends a young girl who is in a broken household as she is abused by an abusive father. And soon these two meet up and start a beautiful friendship as they learn more about each other and as this young immigrant tries to help this young girl in need. This actually isn't my first time watching this film. I watched this movie previously about a year ago and I really enjoyed it. But something about this second viewing just really clicked for me and I absolutely adored this film to no end. And I think a lot of that has to do with the direction that D.W. Griffith made with this film, the subject matter and its small scale, and also just the haunting story that it has to tell with some fantastic, top-notch acting from Lillian Gish. Chen Yong, who is the main character of this story, really plays second fiddle to the star performance of Lillian Gish in this film. And what's interesting is that Lillian Gish didn't even want to originally do this movie, but after many talks with D.W. Griffith, he finally convinced her to do this film, and I'm so glad he did because she gave perhaps her best performance that she has ever given. And there's a lot of people that might say that you can't get a great performance from a silent film like you can a talkie, and I completely disagree because this really showcases how great silent film acting can be, and this is a top-notch performance from Lillian Gish. I also like that this film is very simple. It's not flashy like The Birth of a Nation or Intolerance. It is a very simple, small-scaled story that really packs a punch with its emotional moments, especially dealing with Lillian Gish's character and her abusive father. And those are some of the most haunting moments of the film. But also, D.W. Griffith does something that I actually commend him for, dealing a little bit with the racism with Chinese immigrants, specifically with the character of Chen Yong. And that stuff is actually really good, and seeing how he deals with it. It just is very disappointing that Chen Yong is played by a white actor, but it is 1919. That probably would not happen. I'm not going to say it as a criticism of the film, but it definitely, hurts it as, years go on and we have gotten better with representation in films. But I still think the actor that plays Chen Yong, who I don't know his name, I'll put it up here, I think he does an excellent job in this film, specifically in the scenes where he has to show so much raw emotion. There's this moment where Lillian Gish is taken away from him. He's basically taken her to nurse her and help her and care for her, and she is taken away by her father, and Chen Yong comes back and he is just in disarray at the fact that she's not there. The entire place is ransacked, and the emotion on his face, you just feel for these characters, and it's just absolutely stunning. Also, I really like the score that was used for this film. I think it really makes those poignant moments even more poignant. But also, you can't talk about this film without talking about the amazing closet scene of the film. This is where Lillian Gish gets to shine in her acting ability. This scene is so horrifying as her father is trying to get into this locked closet that Lillian Gish has thrown herself into, and just the look of horror that is on Lillian Gish's face is absolutely fantastic. It is terrifying. And what's even more amazing is that her performance was so well done that people actually clamored to get into the studio to make sure that she was all right because her performance was that convincing. I'm like, now that is some good acting right there. But yeah, that is definitely just the best moment of the film by far. And if I had to complain a little about the finale of the film, it does follow the trope of that D.W. Griffith has set up in his previous two films, that all the finales of his films seem to end with, a rescue, with somebody running to the rescue to save somebody just in the nick of time. But I'm going to go into a little bit of spoilers, so if you don't want to be spoiled about this movie that is, a really, really old movie, then, stop here. I love this film. That's all you need to know. But what I really liked about this ending is Chin Yong does not get there in the nick of time. Lillian Gish's character dies from her wounds from the fight she has with her father. And I thought that was extremely powerful. And the final images of this film, as Chin Yong is, praying at his altar to Buddha, as he takes care of the dead body of Lillian Gish. It's an extremely powerful image with an extremely powerful ending. I absolutely love this film. It was just so emotional. I really loved the characters. I loved the subject matter. I loved that it delved into a little bit of the racism with Chin Yong. And I do hate that he wasn't played by a Chinese actor, but I still think the performance given is absolutely fantastic. I think this is definitely D.W. Griffith's most mature film. I think he does something extremely thought-provoking and powerful in this film that isn't present in his previous two films. And you guys know that I absolutely loved Intolerance, but after rewatching this, I think I might like Broken Blossoms a little bit more. It was just so powerful. It was so wonderful to watch and extremely haunting, and I'm still thinking about it even now. But with all that said, I'm gonna give Broken Blossoms an 8 out of 10. Well, guys, I definitely recommend that you check out Broken Blossoms. It's a full recommendation from me. It's available on YouTube for anybody to see, and it's just really good. If you want to sit back and watch a very classic, well-done silent film, I think this is definitely one that is worth seeing. And it's very short too, only about 90 minutes, so you can get through it pretty fast. But yeah, that's all I got to say about this movie. But thank you guys for watching, and as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next review.